Hey everybody, Brian Jade coming to you again for another Insta Live Chat with a special guest. Like I said in other messages I've said before, that this will come whenever we have a chance and whenever we get a chance to talk with a great artist, especially a friend of mine, we're going to do it. So coming to you on a very, very windy and rainy day in New York. Um, Having a blast, of course, waiting around for this epidemic to end. I see my special guest has entered, so I will add her in. Anybody guess who it is yet? Anybody? Anybody? All right, here we go. Let's see. Ladies and gentlemen, Anita Rachvelishvili. Hi.
Hi, Brent. How are
How are
you?
you? Oh my God, we're of course saying the same thing. How are you? Tell me first.
Well, I'm good. I'm good. If considering good. But how are you?
And I'm pretty good actually, considering
You look
actually.
great. You
It's
look
you know
amazing.
I'm growing this beard in so much now that
Good.
I'm afraid that by the
That's
time this is
amazing.
over it'll be down to here.
Really?
I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to keep it that long. I gotta be honest.
Okay.
But anyway, so you're in Georgia right now, right?
Yes, I'm
Home.
in Tbilisi. We managed to come back home before all this craziness started, and we are home gladly because, it's better to be home in these difficult times, I
Of
think.
course, of course.
Yeah.
I think people are going crazy to see you right now,
Oh
which
my God, for
is
sure. Greetings from Brazil.
yeah, they miss
Hi
you. They miss you.
everyone. Hi
Um,
people.
So I wanted to ask you a few things, like, so what have you been doing with yourself, like in this time? I mean, we've all been finding ways to keep ourselves busy. Here
Yeah.
my TV marathon is continuing as forever, and I'm working on music when I can, and I'm still taking lessons. In fact, I'm supposed to walk 30 minutes to my lesson today. I'm not sure if I should.
Oh, cool.
It's
That's
pouring
not
out, so
not the weather for walking really.
not for. But what about you? What have you been up to?
But the thing is, for 3 weeks I didn't sing at all. I took a break because sometimes our chords need a break. So I started last week a little by little. But meanwhile, I've been doing like stuff that I never do otherwise because like stuff like being home, sleeping, resting, gardening, like taking care of the house, stuff like, normal
The
people
things
do and we never do.
Yeah, the things that fall by the wayside. Yeah, like because you're
Yeah.
never home enough to do it.
Never exactly. So yeah, I was doing this kind of stuff for almost a month that I'm home, and we are in self quarantine, trying to not get out
Right.
and trying to stay home all the time. Maybe we go out just for groceries and that's all. But it's I'm trying an auto with Frankie and with our new doggy. We are just trying to not go crazy, and
So
that's
one
all.
one thing that people might not have seen, and also it's not on your stories anymore, is that you took in a dog from the streets. Is that
Yeah.
correct? And
Yeah.
she is so beautiful. You need to put more photos up of her,
I
actually.
will. She's still very afraid,
Fragile. Yeah.
and she's still a little sick, and I'm just trying to take care of her, not bother her too much. She's blind,
Yeah.
almost completely blind.
Oh,
So it's, we really need to be very careful with her, and I give her food and, love, and that's all we can do for now.
well, she
We'll
seems to
see.
be like very inviting to your love. Like when I saw you
Oh,
petting her, she was totally all about it. So
oh
at least
yeah,
she
yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
too scared, to be around humans.
Yeah, she's really, really a beautiful, smart dog, and I hope she's gonna feel better and will become a full member of the family.
That would be nice. Have you been able to take her to the vet at all? I mean, they're
Oh,
open, of
she goes. We are going to the vet every third day because yeah, we have to because he needs
course.
to do this. He needs to put this thing in her eyes, so
Yeah.
maybe she sees one day. So yeah, every third day we're at the vet for sure. Yeah, because she needs it. We
Well,
have
that's at
to
least one outdoor venture. Plus, that's really sweet of
for
you.
sure.
Everybody seems to love that.
Oh
Everybody,
yeah.
oh, Oto's watching.
Everybody seems to love to just go outside. They're like, I'm outside.
Yeah, I mean, literally any excuse to find a way to get outside and not be around people somehow. I mean, it's very easy, even here in New York where it's super crowded.
Yeah,
Nobody's in the
usually,
streets.
yeah.
Nobody's out there.
Nobody, yeah.
Like,
But you know, we are lucky because we have a house with the garden and
mm.
the huge balcony. So we are practically all day outside, sitting just outside. Frankie's barking, of course. Frankie.
I hear
And
Frankie. Yeah.
Frankie.
And
He's
Cab is here too. Cab is saying hi to you.
Cat. Hello, Cat.
He came to my feet.
Oh, baby. Frankie. 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 He
Oh,
heard
you found
something.
her. So you
He's
just found her
barking.
in the streets. Is that right?
What?
You found her in the street just by herself?
No, a friend of mine found her who takes care of the stray dogs, and she was taking care of her for like 4 months. She was in a vet clinic, and then she just went crazy because she was in this cage for such a long time. She
Yeah.
started to like try to break a cage, so she damaged more her eye. So my friend started like posting on Facebook asking if there's somebody who wants to take care of her. But you know, nobody really wants to take care of a blind dog in this really difficult time.
Yeah.
But I think animals give us so much love, and they just makes us forget everything that is happening, because with Frankie and Susie now, we just, we just sometimes I don't remember during the day that world is a really terrible
In a
moment
terrible
in
place.
this moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're amazing. Look
I
at
know
him.
they're like little angels on our
Look at
shoulders.
this. Look at this guy.
Oh,
Look at this guy.
hi, Frankie. Well, Cab and Frankie really got along. I mean, for a second there, we thought it was going to be a little bit of a romantic
Oh my God,
venture
yes.
at that party
They
in
really
Amsterdam.
loved each other.
Cab doesn't really like other dogs very much because for some reason he's always been scared of other dogs. And yeah, he did run away quite a bit from Frankie because Frankie was
He
not
did.
scared at all. But then they got used to each other, and I gotta say,
Look at him, Frankie.
oh,
Can I do the live with Brian right now? Can I please? Thank you so much.
yeah, we're gonna do a live. We'll finish later, okay? Yeah, because we took Cav out and he was soaked. I mean, just soaked in water, so we had to dry him. It was crazy. So yeah, you've been working on music, you said. So what are you working on exactly? Like you started working again a little bit.
Yeah, I'm first of all, I'm just taking care of things in all the repertoire that I think needs to be, done better. And like Eboli, I have to work on that a lot. It's a pretty difficult role. And I've been working on some Russian repertoire like Khovanshina. I've been working on Dalila just for fun because I love that role. And for fun with Otto, we tried Visidarte the other day, which is so funny.
By the way, I've sung that too, and it's a great tenor aria.
Yeah, for sure.
You know why? Because it's so interesting when you see how composers wrote for tenor and how they wrote for soprano. Sometimes if they were just switched, it wouldn't be so challenging.
No, exactly.
Because the tessitura is just that little different.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. And and I'm planning to learn some new stuff. I don't know what yet, but I'm, unfortunately, we are on a break for a very long time now.
Yeah.
And
I'm assuming you've lost multiple jobs. I mean, I lost 6 months of work so far.
Me too.
Yeah.
I've lost everything till August, so it's gonna be a pretty long period for everybody and very hard period for everybody, because we are just home. We have no work anymore. Nobody knows what's gonna happen even after August. So it's I'm trying to not think about it right now.
Yeah, because it's stressful. It's stressful.
It is very stressful, and and as you know, and you love that too. I know being on stage it's something really incredible. It's something that gives us adrenaline.
Yes.
And living without it for such a long time, it's really difficult. It's really, really hard. So I don't know. I'm just trying, to not think about it. That's probably the best thing I can do right now.
I was reminded again of because I'm telling the world, but basically you and we had so many conversations about The Voice because we have very similar ideas about how to sing, and especially the lower abdomen at work, and the keeping
Exactly.
the support being down. And I was
Yeah.
just teaching this kid in Jordan over Skype,
Okay.
actually. And it's so amazing to me that so many young singers aren't told this information. And we were
Yeah.
talking about how that's like the basis of good singing.
That's
Like
the
even
basis for everything. I mean, not even the good singing, singing generally.
yeah,
And
yeah,
people really don't speak about it. And, sometimes young people write me and they're like, what should I do to become a singer? And I always say the first thing you should do is to find a teacher, because
yeah.
that's almost impossible to find a teacher
I
today
mean, it's
who
easy to
really
find
teaches
one, but
you.
not to find a good one.
No, exactly. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't even consider the other ones. I
yeah,
consider,
exactly.
yeah, because the basic thing is to teach you how to breathe. That's everything about singing. And I was so, so happy to really realize when we were working together that you were doing exactly the same thing I was doing, and exactly same thing I was taught with, like, by my maestro. And it's so amazing to really hear that kind of emission of the voice, and that kind of breathing, how much it helps you to develop singing on stage and really be present and sound beautiful as you sound, and
Oh
sound,
no, yeah, but I mean,
you are, I mean, and sound powerful as you sound. For all the repertoire you do, you are, I have to say, I have to be honest, you are one of the best tenors today.
oh,
And you are, I mean, I'm not, I'm not the
yeah,
type
I
of
know,
person
I
who
know.
gives compliments.
Yeah,
And it's really stunning to hear somebody sing that way, really engaging with the body. Because what we
thank you.
see most of the times, we see people singing with their voices, but it's a body work, it's not a voice work.
That's right.
And and that was amazing to see that in Turidu, which was amazing
Oh,
when
well,
you
I
did
had to
it.
keep up with you, though. I mean, if I'm going to share the stage with so everybody knows, I gave Anita a name before I realized how to pronounce her name the right way, which I think I did right when you first got in.
You
But,
did.
um, but I used to say Rach, like a hard,
Rachvelishvili,
yeah.
yeah.
And now I realize it's a soft. But the point is, I wanted to call you the Rock, because like you're
Rock.
like the opera version of the Rock, like
Yeah.
so strong and powerful, and the voice is so incredibly huge that if I'm going to be on stage with you, I'm going to bring it, because otherwise I'm going to not, no one's going to
But
know I'm
it's the
there.
same thing for me. It's really beautiful to have on stage partners who really give,
Mm,
and you really can compete with it, because
yeah,
otherwise it's boring, because
yeah.
you go there and you do your thing, but there is nobody to compete with you. And it's cool when you really have a fight with your partner
And
on
I
stage.
think it
It's pretty
elevates
cool.
both of our standards too, because like when and
Definitely.
not this is not to insult. Of course, we're not insulting our other colleagues,
No,
because there are many different variances of types of singer and how they sing and whatnot,
exactly.
and levels of amazingness or not.
Oh
But
yeah.
for us, all I know is when I was on stage, it's just when I'm on stage with anybody who's a really good singer, let's put it that way. It just makes me elevate my game that much more. And then sometimes I actually sympathetically will actually come down to a different level sometimes. So it's
Me
really
too. I'm
important
like
for
that
me.
too. Yeah.
It's important for me to always think on my own game, no matter what. And then when someone else is around to inspire you, you can really, go
Of
for it.
course, you can really go for it. It's true, and it's really amazing.
That was a lot of
And
fun.
yeah,
That
I'm
was a lot.
very looking forward to do Sansone Dalila with you. Oh my
Yes,
God, that's gonna be
so
so
we're
much
scheduled to
fun.
do it in the future. We won't tell anybody where and when, but it is
No.
supposed to happen, so that'll be nice, and I'm looking forward to
Yeah.
that. But I'll do anything with Anita. I mean, damn.
Me too. I do anything with Brian, because he's such a beautiful singer, and you guys are such a beautiful couple and
Oh,
such a
thank you.
beautiful family with Cav. We really love you, and it's so rare to find good friends in our business, because people are kind of, building walls. I
Yeah,
don't
they
know
have built a
why.
wall.
Everybody has a reason, but yeah, we had a lot of fun with whole cast
Oh my
in
God.
Amsterdam. It was such a fun. It was such an amazing people. Everybody. I was really, really so glad
I
to
was saying
work with you
actually the
guys.
same thing. Like I felt like it was like one of those jobs where you just enjoy the entire
Yeah,
thing. I didn't feel like I was tired. I didn't feel like I was frustrated. I just wanted to be there with everybody.
exactly.
It's great when there's great people working with you,
Yeah,
and
I agree.
and good
And it's,
singers to boot.
apart from work, you spend time with these people, and you go out and you eat together and you drink together. because that's, you know, that's life which we don't do for such a long
Not very
time right
much.
now.
Yeah.
But
We have
yeah, that was really a beautiful
we had a
memory,
few, at least
really.
a few big get-togethers. One of which was my birthday party, which was so much
Yeah.
fun. Thank you so much for being there. That was awesome.
Oh, it was
Everybody
really
had
so
so
much
much
fun.
fun, and I just loved that. I was staying in this hotel called Zoku, and it was amazing. And um,
Yeah, I
the
remember.
the fact that there were people who I had met at that hotel because it's such a
Yeah,
community, and hanging out with opera singers, and everybody was talking to each other. It blew my mind that everybody just got
yeah.
along. There was no compartmentalization. There was no, like,
No,
clique. Everybody just talked about what they were doing with their lives, and people were so happy to hear about other people's lives. Like,
exactly.
sometimes opera singers, even especially performers, we get stuck in our own world, and all we can talk about is opera all the time. And I actually get
But
sick of it
not the
myself.
people who were there with us. I
Yeah,
mean, we were talking about everything,
everything.
literally everything. So it was really so much fun, and that food was so good. I can still remember that
That's
food.
definitely the best birthday party I ever had, I gotta say.
Oh, that was a beautiful birthday
It was
party.
awesome. And meanwhile, of course, it's in the middle of Amsterdam with friends who
Yeah.
I barely get to see, opera singers who barely get to see, and my family is all home, but it's still the best birthday party I ever had.
That was really such a beautiful birthday party.
So,
It's such a fun.
given the time that we're in right now, and that we try not to think about it too much, I always ask. I've been asking people, like, is there a message or is there a charity that you think people should give to, or a message that you want to tell people just during this time, since we're you know stuck in it, and we
Yeah.
can think about it and do
You know,
right.
there are many things right now for artists and the theaters, so, you know, fundraisers and charity events and stuff. I think people, it's for everybody it's difficult because a lot of people just don't work, they just sit
Yeah.
home. So for arts, for now, for us, all of us, it's a really difficult time, and the
Mhm.
theaters, they are in difficulty and they don't even know if they can reopen the seasons from September. So I would say help the theater, help the artists who are in struggle right now,
Mm.
because many of us don't have any money. You know, some of us have money
Right.
that we just put it there, and we said, okay, maybe the day comes that I don't work, I do something, I stop for a few months and I use this money. So but a lot of us, a lot of our colleagues, they just were living, you know, day by
Contract to
day with the
contract.
work that,
Yeah.
exactly, with the work they were doing. So a lot of them are in a very difficult situation right now. So I would say help artists, please help them, support them. If you have a possibility to support them, please. And support the theaters, because art and music is something that is really giving us a lot of positive energy in this
Mm.
period. And all we do is listen to the music, streamings of different concerts.
Right.
Doesn't matter, it's an opera concert or jazz concert, doesn't matter, right?
Right.
So we are really realizing that in this moment, when we came to that nightmare that we were only seeing in the movies for years, a fact that we are really surviving thanks to the art and to the music and people who does that. So it's really important that after everything is over,
Yes.
hopefully very
Hopefully soon.
soon, that we reopen and we do even more music, we invest even more in arts. That
Hmm.
will be, that will save our lives one day, when you know, when hopefully this not gonna repeat anymore. But you know, things like this will happen, I think,
Yeah.
more. So we should be ready, and we should have music and art in our homes, and a lot of streamings of beautiful music. It's really helping. A lot of theaters do it free, and I love it,
That's so nice.
because it's so amazing of them to do that for the people. And I know thousands of people who just sit home in the evening and they just watch streamings online.
Yeah.
And that's really amazing of them. That's really incredible of all
Yeah.
the
It turns
singers.
out that people are already, it's only been, I guess, about a month here, 3 weeks or so, 4 weeks, where we've really been stuck inside. I mean, it
Yeah,
started before that, of course, but uh, maybe 2 or 3 weeks of real, like,
yeah,
being, stuck alone. So people are really starting to show how much they miss live performance.
Yeah,
Like they're
exactly.
really dying. I mean, obviously everybody's just dying to get out of the house in general, but I think people will really start to come back to theaters pretty quickly, hopefully. I mean, hopefully. People
Hopefully,
said,
I
so,
think it will happen. Hopefully, we
yeah,
reopen soon. That's the most important thing. That hopefully, at least from September, we start working again. We
I
start singing
know.
and performing again.
I know you
I
mentioned
really hope
Turidu
so.
earlier. That's like a big contract of mine that has to happen in September. And if it doesn't, then I'm like,
You
okay, gotta
see?
rethink, gotta start thinking again.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Really. Oh my God, it's incredible. I've
And you're
also,
supposed to
I've
be you're supposed to be opening the Met with a new Aida for now. I don't know if they're gonna do that
yeah.
anymore, but
I
yeah,
don't think they're not doing a new one, I think, because I don't
it's
know, I'm not
possible.
sure yet, but it's really I can't even imagine how they would create all the scenes and everything. They are just
No,
closed down. So we do Aida if we reopen in September. And if we start singing again, we do
exactly.
Aida, but probably the old one. Probably. Yeah, which
Otto
is
is writing in a lot, and it's really cute.
Met
He's writing.
Tosca.
Yeah, I don't think Anita's going to be singing the Met Tosca anytime soon.
No, 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 no.
Imagine
Vissidate
a
for fun is okay, but not for stage.
imagine a mezzo version of Scarpia though. That would be interesting.
Ooh, that would be interesting. I would love that.
I mean, why the hell not, right? I
Why
That's one
not?
thing I don't mind playing with. I've thought about it a lot. Like I was talking about like Fox and like why people can't just screw around with other people's Fox just to play around and have fun with it. And I mean, I think the crowds actually would get a kick out of it from time to time if it
Oh
was just a
yeah,
once in a while fun thing that people did. Anyway,
definitely.
Anita, I love talking to you, so please keep in touch
Me too. I
and
will. I
stay
will.
healthy, stay safe with Otto
You
and
too.
Frankie and now Susie. You said
Yes, Susie.
Frankie
Yeah,
and Susie. That's a
Susie
cute.
and
That's a cute
Susie.
couple.
Yeah, really cute
I
couple.
do hope you
Hey,
get to keep her and that like
I
she
really hope
she gets
so.
healthier.
Thank you. Thank you.
Anyway, thank you for taking the time. It's awesome as always to talk to you, and let's talk again soon. Okay.
Of course. Say hi
Mwah.
to Jenna and Cav.
Of
Many kisses,
course.
guys, to you.
Ciao, 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 Otto.
Ciao, ciao. Ciao, ciao.